All right, so let's get into this. Um, January 2nd, still sick, unfortunately. Hopefully we're chilling by Monday. That's my goal. We didn't take a trade today. We were kind of on here watching a bit, but I knew I didn't really want to trade anyway. I just want to start fresh Monday. I just don't feel the best. Like major headache, so I can't really focus, like to the best of my ability, whatever. Yeah, you can tell from my voice, low key. But anyway, so we were kind of bearish for today. Um, we had low key like not the best draws either like in either direction really, but we honestly were just looking at the way price was moving and price was telling us where it wanted to go today really. Um, we have these two highs here, but uh on ES anyway. But yeah, we also create this bearish SMT. So here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah. So there's that bearish SMT there. And basically I just wanted to see us take out these hourly lows here. What's it called? Would have taken the trade on ES, or I'll get into it. We weren't able to take a trade, but the only reason was because it just fell out of our time zone of 9:32 trade, or like to enter trades, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we would have wanted these two lows on the hourly plus this low here to complete the bearish SMT, and yeah, so we would have taken partial profit here at the bearish SMT completion there. Because then price could have reversed potentially there. But anyway, let's get into like what we are trying to see off open here. So at this line is 8:30 at market open. New York or at New York it would be 9:30, but this is my time zone that opens at 8:30 anyway. Sorry. Um, Basically, but we broke structure to the downside off rip on the 5 minute, and then so then at this point I was like, okay, we're looking for step two. Some sort of retracement. So we're able to draw out equilibrium there. Boom, we hit equilibrium, but then we invalidate it going above it, above the high. So boom, we have to delete it. And so then we have a few more 5 minute bullish candles. So at this point, I was like, okay, are we? I think we're wanting London highs here, and maybe we'll create a 5 minute SMT divergence off of that. That's not what we end up doing, but that was honestly what I was kind of looking for. Um, we came really close to it, but we ended up sweeping the highs. So it didn't create the SMT that we wanted, but that is still all right. We were honestly, and on this retracement up to the upside, we created this 5 minute imbalance here, and this was a crucial imbalance because we honestly had to monitor this. If we wanted to reject price, if price rejected this and wanted to keep going higher, then obviously we would have seen that, and that's when we would reevaluate and either not trade or try and get a trade to the upside, um, connecting it to this bearish SMT at the top here. That's like our next draw on liquidity. Um, but that's not what happened, obviously. As you can tell here, um, we end up inversing this gap. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna want to go lower. I'm not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because I was bearish for the day, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna want to go lower. Um, this I think was just to stop some people out. I believe, honestly, like that's what I think, in my opinion. It was like you needed like another retracement, and then we could catch the move that we wanted. You know what I mean? So then after that, at this point, we can't just enter off this inverse gap. You know what I mean? Like you could say, yeah, we can. You know, whatever. In this case, it probably would have worked out, but not in every case. You know what I mean? So we have to stick to our rules, and you know what I mean. Um, excuse me. But anyway, so then we just keep going down here. I'm like, okay, Price is kind of leaving without us, but it's all good. And so then we finally get an up candle, so we're able to draw out equilibrium and get that retracement that we want. And boom, we do. We hit or we tap into the what's it called? I think that'd be the premium zone, I believe, or something like that. Anyway, we don't tap it on NQ, but that's all right because ES was the leading index in this case from the SMT divergence, as you can tell. So excuse me. Anyway, sorry. And so then we end up tapping it on the 5 minute, and so then at this point we're able to scale down to the 1 minute time frame. But the thing is, guys, boom, it's 8:30 now, right here. And so now we're not able to enter trades anymore. We have to stick to that rule, you know what I mean? So there was a no trading day. I didn't take a trade today. Um, but yeah, we were still on here monitoring up until about like 10 o'clock. Then I hopped off. Um, but anyway, and so at this point we were like, all right, no more trades for today. Like nothing happened, but we're still gonna watch and see what happens if we were right or anything. You know what I mean? And so then I was just on here until 10 o'clock, like I said. And so then at the time we hit equilibrium, I was able to scale to the 1 minute time frame. And if you can see this little gap here, uh, on the 1 minute time frame, once we inverse that gap on this candlestick, we got that candle closure. We were able to enter on, or we would have entered on this at 9:46 candle. Uh, stop loss we would have just had above the this is the 5 minute high here. That would technically just make the trade invalid. So that's where we would put our stop loss. And then uh first target would have been this low here to complete the SMT. Um and then next target would have just been these hourly lows here. Um, Previous draws and liquidity in the opposite direction or in the direction we're wanting to go, you know what I mean? So we just have these two lows here. Um, if I was actually trading this, I don't know if I would have wanted this second low just because that's a huge move down for me. But at the same time, the way I trade, I try and catch reversals. So I honestly, it's hard to say. But the way that I have been trading, I probably would have. But anyway, that's not the point. But yeah, so then that's what we were targeting. We'll go to the 1 minute and boom. We complete the SMT. We hit the first, we hit take profit two, um, at what, 10 o'clock, 10:01. Um, and then this is the one that we weren't sure about, you know what I mean? But whatever. Anyway, like we end up hitting it, as you can tell here. We end up hitting it. So either way, we were right. Um, but yeah, so we weren't able to take this unfortunately, but we were correct in everything today, and we were this was a day about patience, you know what I mean? Like, because if we could have said, oh, we want to enter off this first equilibrium, and we tap it and look for 1 minute confirmation, and if we would have got that FOMO or fear of missing out, or just like we need to enter, you know what I mean? We would have gotten stopped out here. I promise you, we would have. So that's why today was definitely a day of patience. We weren't able to trade, unfortunately, but we also get that confirmation of yes, we were correct, and we did learn something today. You know what I mean? So, um, and it's all right though, because I also just kind of planned on not trading today, just because I'm sick and I'm like I just can't think very straight right now, honestly, just because in the mornings my head has been really hurting. So yeah, I'm just trying to rest, honestly. I'm off work today and tomorrow, so I'm just really trying to rest these days. Um, and just so we can come back Monday and freaking grind this year. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'll see you guys Monday hopefully for a recap, and we'll see how this the start of this new year can treat us. Probably gonna maybe post another video here in a bit. Just talking about some things, honestly. But yeah, so let's go get it. Peace.